Hello everyone, today I'll be making a master run on Corrupted on Hunter. And yes, we killed the champions. It was painful. So let's get started. For our kinetic, we'll be using the old-fashioned Han Kanun. And next we'll be using Point of the Stag with Vorpal weapon and overload arrowheads. Next we'll be using Xenophage for Solar Knights. Then for our helmet we'll be using Boss Resist, Machine Gun Ammo Finder, and High Energy Fire to get a 20% buff on weapons. Then our next one build will be the arms will be enhanced bow loader, and I'll be using the Wrath of Rasputin. Then of course I'll be using the 6 Coyote with counter charge and machine gun reserves. And for the leg mobility mod, machine gun scavenger and taken ornaments. And lastly we'll be using oppressive grenades and taken repurposing and boss resist. So let's get started. So for this Nightfall is a bit hectic, and I will say I did not really enjoy this Nightfall. There's too many bugs, too many RNG with this Nightfall. But first, before I start telling details, we're gonna go and push this annoying sniper. You can use Xenophage, and for some reason it pushes us off, which I'm happy just to take all my anger from this Nightfall. So over here you can use your invisibility, and then you can take down the 2 overload champions. Well, there'll be one appearing soon, and you can take down this taken ogre. This taken ogre actually does shoot these taken balls just like the Shadow Throne, and it can kill you 2 hits. So recommend to be careful. You can see these are dangerous. We'll recommend to shoot them. So I was just trying to get Charger Light to get a little buff with my Xenophage. And of course this taken tracking ball lurks and tries to kill me. And you can see this is super annoying and why I do not like this Nightfall. It's just not fun. So I've been trying to kill this overload, and we finally did. Another overload champion will be spawning, and you will see it'll be easy to take it down fairly soon. So depending how many adds you defeat, this overload champion will spawn, and for some reasons RNG it does push towards you where I am, or just goes towards the middle to shoot down the other adds. So what I like to do first is just take down the taken ogre and then deal with the 2 overload champions. Sometimes the overload champion can snipe you from here. Recommend to be careful. So here I just want to use my bow to take down the overload champion. So you can actually take down the overload champion with just a bow. But I will mention there are overload champions that unfortunately they are so bugged that you cannot kill them with just a bow. And I'll be telling you which champions to be aware and which ones are really bugged. And in this footage I didn't skip. You can use your invisibility to skip these ads. You don't really need them. There's really no point to kill these ads, to be honest. So I do apologize this video is long. The reason why it's long is the ogre room. The ogre room was taking me a while because of RNG, and there were some time skips I had to do just to get all champions. If I did skip the champions on the ogre room, I would get 100k. But for this video we're just focusing on platinum. And if I did want to go for 100k, I would have to skip some specific champions just to get to the boss fight much earlier. So you can see here I was waiting for my super to take down these ads. So yeah, I recommend just use your invisibility and just skip them. It's not worth it. I was just trying to be cautious. I would like to mention I don't have taken barrier for this run. So I'm being super cautious because these invisible minotaurs that you saw, they can kill you 1 hit, no, 2 hits. So recommend you be careful with them, and they're super annoying, those invisible minotaurs you see right there. If you do enough damage, they do appear in front of you, but like I said, definitely take your time and just skip them. Not worth it. Next will be the elevator room, where it's your best friend, where RNG just kicks you in the butt. Now the elevator room is super buggy as eek. There will be 2 taken prisons, and you can also use your finisher. Since we have taken repurposing, we can get our nade back with our melee. So for the elevator room, there's going to be 2 miners and 1 mini boss, 2 phases, and what I like to do is take down all these taken ads and hopefully an RNG, a war mine, to take all the ads down, but sometimes it doesn't work. So in this footage it did work, but there are times where it doesn't work and then they multiply by bunnies. So you can go behind this wall and you can get an orb charge. The reason why I turn invisible here is sometimes these taken majors, they can push you off the map even if you're behind a wall. Yes, this elevator is that buggy. It's super irritating. Just had to rely on RNG, to be honest. Just had to make sure you know where the majors are and the bosses. That way they won't push you off the map. So you can see here I was just trying to go back and forth just to take control of where they're standing. Unfortunately, I did miss one ad and they multiply like bunnies. These taken prisms. I did mention there are taken bunnies in Lake of Shadows in my other previous video. So it was unfortunate that I didn't kill all the little red ads. So once you take their shield, then you can kill them. And over here you can see these taken prisons are super aggressive. I know they look harmless, they're red ads, but I will give you advice to stay away from them. Kill them as much as you can. Take them down as quickly as possible because they will multiply and they are so aggressive, super aggressive. This Nightfall is so buggy, and you can tell by my voice that this Nightfall is very annoying, very buggy, and I would say I'm kind of burned out, to be honest. This Nightfall kind of burned me out. It's just too much. Even optimizing this run, anything can go wrong, even the elevator room. So you can see here, once I took down the 2 majors, there'll be this little mini boss. So what you can do is use your super. And I will say that this boss likes to teleport back and forth. There are times where my tether doesn't hit the boss or it hits the taken tracking ball. As you can see, it just popped out of nowhere and almost killed me. So you can see this is super irritating. So once you take down the mini boss, then it'll be another next wave of ads. And the same thing's gonna be 2 majors and 1 mini boss. And then we're gonna have another waves of ads. I recommend you take them down, all the ads. You can pray for RNG with the War Mine cell. Yes, you can. It does take 5 kills to get a War Mine, but sometimes it doesn't work with Xenophage for some reason. So now we've taken all the ads. You can take your time to take down the shields. They do take a lot of time, especially on the boss. The boss, it takes like a minute to take down the shield. So I did edit it to cut it down because it's just a minute of me throwing the orb charge. But first we want to deal with the 2 cabal takens where they can push you off the map. And as you can see, for some reason in my war mine cell did not kill all the ads. And I like to mention, when you do kill them, there'll be a little taken wall where it can push you up. And I recommend to stay away from them when you kill ads or bosses, mini gold bars, etc. When you kill them, just stay away from them because they will have this taken wall to push you up. You don't want that to happen. So you can see these taken prisons are super annoying, and I'm trying to control the ads and trying to make them not attack me, because when I try to get a charge orb, then Taken Knight shoots this fire. Yeah, as you saw in the footage, they can shoot fire at you, and since we don't have Taken Barrier, it can kill you one hit if you stand too long on the flames. So you can see here, I almost died. So I was trying to get orb charge, but these ads wouldn't let me. Definitely take them down as quickly as possible, and I was just trying to first take down these cabal shields. Over here I got lucky, to be honest. Usually it can push you off even if you're behind a wall. There will also be this taken black texture goop in the floor. I would recommend to be careful of the floor where you see all these black little animation. They can hurt you too if you walk over them, so definitely be careful. They can take damage. So over here I was just trying to get my orb charge, and unfortunately I couldn't, so I had to go to the different orb charge here and get it, and then try to take down the shield. Now you see those orbs in the center, right? The ones over there in the center, they're just twirling like a clock. Now there are times where I'm trying to get the orb charge and they push me off the map. There's a bug with these orbs, as you can see, like the ones that's turning clockwise. So definitely be careful. That's the reason why I'm hugging the wall, because sometimes it can push me off the map even if I'm not close to it. Fortunately, I don't have the footage. I accidentally deleted it because my PS4 told me that my hard drive was full, and I had to delete some videos, and I accidentally deleted a particular footage where those orbs, the ones that are going clockwise, they killed me when I was trying to, you know, do a smoke and try to pick up the charge orb, and it was so annoying. So over here, it's going to be a time skip where I'm trying to take down the shield. So then once you take down the shield, recommend just to use your super. The mini boss is super tanky and it can shoot fire at you. If you're a warlock, you can just use your exotic gauntlets where you can just spam your nades. So yeah, I recommend just use your super. And don't waste too much of your heavy, because you'll be needing your heavy for the other champions up ahead. So for the next room, we're gonna deal with mostly hive enemies. We'll recommend you need to save your heavy because you'll be needing it a lot for the champions. And also for the mod for this week is famine, where it reduces ammo for this week. So I guess that's why I was having trouble of not having a lot of heavy for my xenophage. So here you can stun the champion, unstoppable, and then you can shoot it from this distance. I will say that this champion sometimes lags. It teleports the back of where you see the shrieker. Yes, so sometimes this boss does teleport in the back where the shrieker is. I don't have the footage, but it does that sometimes if you're taking too long to kill the champion, that is. So yes, this Nightfall's buggy. Do not enjoy this Nightfall. I feel like Bungie needs to do some tweaks with this Nightfall because it's just too buggy, especially the Ogre room is buggy, the elevator room is buggy, final boss is buggy. Over here you can use your Xenofish to take down the mini gold bar shrieker. Fully recommend to kill them from distance. For some reason, these gold hives, these knights, they really melt you, like really bad. So I fully recommend you just lay back and just take down the shield and you can use your heavy. So over here you can see I only have 9 ammo, and I put machine gun ammo finder, and even with that I still was struggling to get heavy. So it was unfortunate for this video. And you can see here I was trying to take down a knight, and yay, finally I got a brick. So for the clip here, I was going back to the elevator room to see if I can get more heavy ammo, and then there was no heavy ammo, so I wasted like a minute going back and forth. So over here there'll be another champion. There are 2 unstoppable champions, one over here and one in the back before the Ogre room. Pretty easy to take it down. Then there are these 2 knights, red bars. And I was just shooting the Warmind cell since it was there. And there are shriekers. 3 of them. And there's one that's really hard to see. It's all the way from the back. Definitely hard to see. So over here, I would definitely just take down the knights. Then you can work with the shriekers. It takes about 2 hits with Xenophage. So you can see I only have 10, so I was saving it for the shriekers, and it was just so annoying having low ammo and heavy and 2 primary weapons. So now we're just gonna take down the Arc Knight with our arc bow. So now once we take it down, we can shoot down the next shrieker. Soon. So I was trying to shoot the shrieker, but it wouldn't open, unfortunately. So I had to push a little bit, and then it finally opened and I could take it down. So there is another unstoppable, it's just hiding behind a rock. But I decided to take down this knight, but sometimes this knight likes to walk all the way up in the stairs and hide. They love playing hide and seek. It's a bit annoying, this Nightfall. Jesus, just kept hiding there. Now we'll be dealing with the next champion. And of course another shrieker, so there's 3 shriekers and of course 1 little mini gold shrieker. So here I was trying to stun it. Fortunately, for some reason it didn't work. And once done, I was going to use my heavy. And you can see here I ran out of heavy. And you can see I was trying to take it down as quickly as possible, but unfortunately, since I have no heavy, I only can use primary weapons. So you can see how draggy this Nightfall is. And this Nightfall is just too long too. It's just too draggy. So now you can just use your finisher if you have no heavy. And now we're gonna play the Ogre room, where it's very toxic and I hate it. So there was a lot of time skips, and let me explain how to get the champions. So there's a bug for this part. So there's 1 unstoppable and 2 overloads, and then there's an extra overload. So first we're going to take down the unstoppable. Now it's a bit RNG, The Unstoppable does spawn this way, but it also spawns from the right side. RNG for this one, I was trying to kill it, but then I ran out of heavy. So then we had to teleport to the Shattered Throne Room to deal with 2 Overload champions. So the thing is, you teleport back and forth towards the Hive Ogre and the Taken Ogre. Now, you only have 18 seconds to do DPS in each room. Now over here, I'm just showing you there's a bug where the Overload appeared behind me, which normally doesn't happen. The Ogre room is really buggy. You can see here I was throwing my grenade, and then this Overload appeared out of nowhere and killed me. So this Ogre room is super buggy. Did you say that Overload champion just spawned behind me out of nowhere? It was like, nah, not today, Blitz. Get the hell out of here. And this is why getting platinum for this Nightfall is not worth it. Overloads, now you see, you can make them push you around here. This is like a little safe spot. So there are 2 of them, so I was trying to make them walk over here so I can take them down. And it can be super annoying because sometimes they don't walk over here. Sometimes they just hang around with the Taken Ogre. Super annoying. So since now we took down the Overload champion 1, luckily this Unstoppable went to the stairs. This doesn't really happen. This is sometimes, to be honest. Super RNG for this part. I got lucky here. Does not normally happen. Sometimes the Unstoppable does not appear there at all. It just goes back and forth through the stairs from the left side. So over here, the second Overload finally was walking towards here. But because we're on the 18-second damage phase, we're going to be teleporting to the Hive. So I did an edit out. I didn't want to waste 18 seconds, so I edited this out and went back to the Shattered Room to take down Overload. You can see how frustrating it is. So once you teleport to the Shattered Throne Room, right, the Taken Room, you have to take down the Overload as quickly as possible. It will reload his health. So you can see here I have no heavy. No heavy whatsoever, so I had to farm for heavy. And you can see here it was super frustrating and annoying. Well, you can see the frustration here. It's just so annoying. This is what ruins 100k. Super RNG, the Ogre room. And this is what really frustrates me. So over here you can see finally I got heavy. You know, there's a bit of luck there, to be honest. Then I could take down the second Overload champion. So you can make it walk towards here, but you have to kill it quickly because you only have 18 seconds before you move to the Hive room. It just rotates back and forth. So to get platinum, you need to kill all champions, and after trying, you know, spending some time with this Nightfall, you know, hours and days, so you have to damage the Taken Ogre for the last Overload champion to appear. So I did some edit clips where I was just waiting, just first clearing ads first. First you want to clear ads in the Taken Room, you know, the Shattered Throne Room. Then you have to do some DPS on the Taken Ogre. Once you do like around half health on the Taken Ogre, then the champion will spawn, the third last one. So it's not the Hive, you have to damage the Taken Ogre for the third Overload champion to appear. I'm not even joking, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So you can see here I was trying to damage it, but I only have 18 seconds of DPS, and I had to go back to the Hive room and then go back to the Shattered Throne Room. You can see how annoying this gets and why time just kills it. So once you do at least around half DPS damage an Ogre, then the overload champion will appear. You can see a champion has appeared. Woo! Now the hardest part is luring this champion. So I was spending time to lure this overload champion and it took around 3 minutes. So finally I was able to get this third overload champion push me, and you can see her, it could be so annoying. So once you take down the last overload champion, the third on the ogre room, then you can take down the hive ogre. So I was just double scouting just to make sure all the overloads, you know, all the ads are clear. So I went back to the Shadow Throne room just to make sure all the ads are clear, and didn't want to deal with where you teleport to the room and die. Also, I like to mention the reason why I didn't want to walk around too much is if you don't kill the Unstoppable Ogre, there are times where you teleport the hive room and the Unstoppable Ogre kills you, stomps you one hit, you die. So yeah, the Ogre room is just horrible. I hate it. It's not fun. And you can see here now I just want to kill the hive ogre. I only have 18 seconds to DPS it. And you can see here I did edit clip because I had to go back to the Shadow Throne room and it was annoying. And I had to wait 18 to 20 seconds to go back to the hive room just to DPS the boss. Now the reason why I wanted to kill the hive ogre is because if I kill the taken ogre and then go to and then kill the hive ogre, second, all the ads from the hive room, they're all going to push you. They're all gonna find where you are and they're all gonna attack you. All the knights, all the arc knights, all the hives, they're all gonna attack you. And the ogre, the hive ogre, is gonna be super aggressive. So recommend to take down the hive ogre and then take down the taken ogre. So yes, this is such an annoying mechanic, to be honest. So take down the hive ogre once you kill all the champions. So when you do take down the Shadow Throne ogre, then all the ads from the hive room will disappear. Then you won't have any problem, you know, having these ads pushing you and trying to kill you when you're gonna deal with the next champions on the next. In the next room. So yeah, so once you kill this ogre, I was just waiting for my nade, as you can see. So once you kill the Shadow Throne ogre, you can proceed to the next room. And there are 3 shriekers, so you have to be careful. I recommend you take them down. If you're bottom tree, the shriekers can see you, but if you're top tree, they can't see you. So yes, that's why I don't like the ogre room. It's just too many bugs, and it's just so annoying. And you can see here there are a lot of champions here, and the ogre room just ruins the 100k. Now if I skip, let's just say I skip the champions and just kill the hive ogre and the taken ogre without killing the champions, then I would have had 100k. But the problem is I wouldn't have platinum killing all champions, and I would have saved a lot of time. But for this video, like I said, it's platinum. So I was trying to take down one champion and then take down the next one. But yeah, this Nightfall is so buggy, it's not fun. Not a fun Nightfall. Don't recommend it. I mean, if you want to farm for materials, I recommend to farm Lake of Shadows, Grandmaster. They have it available, all Grandmasters, Nightfalls for until the end of the season. So if you want to farm materials, just play Lake of Shadows in the fire team. Grandmaster, go ahead. It's way better than farming platinum, or it's just so much better than farming this Nightfall. It's too buggy And there's just so many things that could go wrong here. Alright, so there are 2 snipers in the hill. You can just shoot them down with the bow. And since we took down all the, 2 unstoppable champions, fortunately there are 4 more champions. There are 2 unstoppable champions and 2 overload champions. Honestly, I lost count of how many champions we killed. I don't think it's too much. I'm trying to remember because at the boss fight there are champions, which kind of ruins the boss fight too. I really hate that. I hate the design where they put champions in the boss fight. Like, for this one, it's just horrible. It's just bad. It's just too buggy. Too buggy in this Nightfall. If you guys thought Garden World was buggy, this one takes the cherry on top. So there are 2 unstoppable champions, and the reason why I'm being a little cautious here is because this overload champion can snipe me while I'm doing DPS on the 2 unstoppable champions. So I'm trying to make this overload champion to jump down and to leave me alone. It will jump down, and then that's when you can DPS the 2 unstoppable champions a bit. And fully recommend to take down the overload champion first. So I was just hearing some taken thralls walking. I thought it was behind me, so I was just trying to be a little cautious here. So definitely take down this overload as much as you can, because this overload is gonna kill you if you try to kill the 2 unstoppables that are together. So you can kill them by itself with a bow. You can also throw a grenade there if you want to. For me, I just decided just to use a bow just to take it down. And of course you can use Xenophage to use heavy. So now we could take down the 2 cabals. So here I decided to use my tether, and over here I was just making a big guess of where they are, because the grass kind of blocked my way where I'm tethering. So yeah, this one is pretty, not too bad to kill the champions. But the one thing that bugs me is why there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why there are 6 champions in this one room? I think that's annoying, super draggy. So then we were dealing with another champion. So you can stand right here and take it down. Definitely take it down as quick as possible. We don't want to mess with them. And now there is a gold bar, a taken gold bar. Very tanky. Fully recommend you stay away from it. Do not kill it. It is not worth it. That taken over there, you see? I'm trying to point out where it is. Okay, right there, all the way from the left side. Ignore it. Don't kill it. Don't bother yourself. It's tanky. It can kill you 2 hits or 1 hit. Ignore. Don't bother yourself. Not worth it. Just proceed to the next room. It's not worth it, guys. Seriously, don't want to deal with that gold bar. It will kill you. It's not going to be fun, especially in Grandmaster. It will kill your entire team. No joke. No joke. And over here, what I like to do is go on this rock first, and then I can go teleport to the next room. Yes, you can go down without going to the rock. I do wish you good luck if you want to do that. For me, I just want to go to the safe way, because if you try this in Grandmaster and if you die there, your fire team can't revive you, and they will have to suffer by killing the champions, just two of your fire team, and then you will be stuck there and you cannot be revived. So over here, I wanted to throw my grenade to get some heavy, and of course my heavy was full, so I was just taking my time here. So there are 2 overloads. And there is one that's buggy that can fall off. I will point out the ones that are buggy and the ones that can fall out. So you can skip here for Hunter. Definitely recommend just to skip here. I did skip here. I'm trying to remember because I've been running this Nightfall a lot of times and I lost count of how many recordings I did. So yes, you can skip here as Hunter, but I will say be super careful when dealing with this specific Overload champion. And you will see why. So there is a sniper and Overload champion. Sometimes a sniper gets in the way when you're trying to DPS the Overload champion. So definitely be careful here. You can see it push me. And I'm trying to deal with the Overload champion. So yes, this is why you need to be careful. You can see here was spamming. And I was trying to hide behind a wall. And I was trying to be cautious because we have another Overload champion that could snipe me and kill me 2 hits or 1 hit. So you can take it down, use your Xenophage. I was just trying to be cautious, but this sniper was in my way and I was trying to kill it. So you can see here that the Overload champion did regain his health, and luckily I did a finisher on it and it killed it. So yeah, that Overload's really buggy. Sometimes it can regain his health. Now over here, this Overload champion sometimes can be bugged. Really bugged. This champion sometimes it can fall down and it can ruin your platinum run for Grandmaster. Also, this little champion, you have to kill it. Once stunned, you have to kill it. Can't overbow. You can't bow it by itself to kill it. There's a bug here where when it's stunned, it regains its health less than a second. Now you can see here what I'm talking about. So I'm using my bow and then it regains its health fast, no hesitation. So you have to push, stun it, use your grenade, and use all your heavy and kill it as fast as you can. So for some reason I was trying to use my smoke and it didn't work. I don't know why, to be honest. That was unfortunate, unlucky. I couldn't get my smoke. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stun it, throw a grenade, and use heavy. So over here I was just trying to prep for my DPS because this Overload's buggy, very buggy. So you can see here I was trying to kill it and then quickly kill it. So you can use your grenade and then use your heavy, but because I had enough heavy Xenophage, you could just kill it with Xenophage by itself. So now we're gonna deal with the boss fight, and I really don't like the boss fight, to be honest. It's so draggy, it's a pain. Now I was thinking of being top tree, so I might do some tests with top tree hunter since there's so many ads here, but we're gonna rely with the Warmind cell to take down these ads. So this will be your safe spot. And I would be cautious here, throw your grenade, get some heavy, and try to make a Warmind cell. When a Warmind does pop, fully recommend you pop the Warmind cell. Sometimes the Warmind cell can fall down from the edge, as you saw it, and avoid the ads. Don't get close to them, because when they die, this taken wall appears and they will try to push you up in the air. So now, since we cleared down all that, we can take down the shield for the boss. Sometimes this boss can kill you 1 hit when it does this weird, this attack. A little bit bugged RNG, to be honest, because usually it can hit you 3 times. It can kill you in 3 hits. And there are times where this boss just shoots you 1 hit, even if you're full health. Now over here, it takes 3 orb hits, and I wanted to prep for my super. So you can throw your orb and then use your super. So once you use your super, you can Xenophage it. So I was trying to do good DPS, and for some reason my tether wasn't working, or maybe I missed. And I was trying to spam my Xenophage, but then it disappeared, teleported in the middle. And unfortunately, I didn't really do good DPS on this boss. So it was just a bit bad luck. And it was a bit such a bummer because I tethered on the boss. This should have already be, you know, in the shield. So anyway, luckily I did a little enough DPS and now I'll have another wave of ads. And this is when it gets tricky. There'll be falling rocks. There'll be rocks. And definitely be careful when jumping on the platform from left and right. So over here, I was just trying to get a worm mine cell to take down these ads as quick as possible because we don't want to mess with them. They do multiply. They multiply and they can be super aggressive. These taken prisons and these knights can spam, shoot fire at you. So you can see here, one was these little taken prisons. They were multiplying and then I turned invisible. And you can see they hit hard. Definitely be careful. So over here I was just trying to get a worm mine cell. And when you do kill them, you can see those taken walls appear in the floor and they can push you when you kill them, so definitely be careful with them. So now I'm just reloading for my xenophage and I'm trying to clear them as safe as possible. I didn't want them to multiply, and then also I was trying to get my heavy as well. So yes, this boss fight is just super annoying. Of course there'll be rocks flying. And now we can take down the boss. So you can see I did tether and I xenophage. It didn't take 1 bar. Now, maybe it would have taken 1 bar if I threw my grenade, but what if I miss? There are times where you can miss too. So it's just super annoying, this boss fight. And I guess the easiest would be Warlock with Nova Bomb, but with Bottom Tree, it's just, even with Bottom Tree, it's so annoying. So here you can see I was trying to throw two orbs at the shield. So once you do throw 2 more, then you can pick up your charge orb and get ready for your next DPS. Fully recommend to wait for your super. I added clip over here to wait for my super. And you can see here sometimes this boss can dodge your orb charges. So now over here, there are rocks flying. I recommend you be careful, they can push you off the map. So you can see here when it shoots you, it's like 2 hits. 2 hits you can die from her attack. Super annoying. So over here I was just jumping. The reason why I was jumping is because I was waiting for these rocks to pass by. Because if I tether, they could mess up my DPS phase. I could tether the rocks. So that's why I was jumping up and down. I was like waiting for these rocks to go away. So once you throw the orb, you can use your tether. Then waves of ads will spawn. You can try your best using your xenophage, or you throw your grenade to take down the wizard or the boss. So finally, after doing some DPS at the boss, it will teleport and then you can escape for your life for the next boss phase. So yeah, isn't this fun? Okay, so I would like to say that I did die the boss fight. Well, not the boss fight, the overload killed me. Now how? So there are 2 overloads, and there's one overload that can kill itself, and it sometimes can be buggy. Now I'll be showing you a footage where I was spamming my bow and it didn't work. And I didn't have enough heavy to take down the overload champion because I was spending my heavy with this overload and also the solar knight. So I remember I had 4 or 5 xenophage and I couldn't kill it, and Also, it spammed its attack too while I was using my Xenophage. Then I died and it was bugged. Super unfortunate, but it's okay. So this Overload champion likes to hide. Loves to hide behind that wall on the left side. Recommend you kill it as quickly as possible. Over here, I want to get some heavy. Also, this boss can kill you one hit. Sometimes. It's buggy. Sometimes can kill you one hit. Recommend to be careful. For some reason, the boss decided to go Grandmaster mode and kill you one hit. Now here's the example that I was talking about. This Overload champion, right? I was using my bow and I couldn't use the bow by itself. It kept regaining its health once it's stunned. Just like the Overload champion we saw before the boss, where we had to throw our grenade or, you know, use all our Xenophage to kill it quickly once stunned once. So you can see here I was using my bow on the other footage and it wasn't working. It's bugged. So yes, this is why going platinum, I would say Grandmaster would be super annoying, especially those kind of bugs you can see there. So we took down the champion, the last Overload champion, with the bow by itself. But I will say sometimes it doesn't work, like you saw in the footage from the top left. And you can see here I was trying to kill the knight with the bow. So now over here, we're going to jump to the next platform. We'll recommend to be careful. There are flying rocks. They can push you off the map. So this boss fight is just so... it's not fun. There's also one more. There's an unstoppable champion here. And the unstoppable champion sometimes can push you off the map, and sometimes they can push you. Oh, whoa. So, if you guys saw that, there was like a taken knight. It just flew out of nowhere and died. Okay, that was weird. Now looking back at this footage, you can see how buggy, very bugged and very RNG this Nightfall is. You even saw a knight flying in the air, going to its death. So anyway, I was trying to kill the solar knives, just checking some ads, and there is an last unstoppable champion. So once the flying rocks pass by, you can jump through this platform. So I was just trying to be careful. I slide and dodge, and we want to take our time with this champion. We want to get our heavy, because since we're low on heavy, you could damage the boss, the champion on low health, and then you can throw your grenade to get some heavy. So once done, you can get your nade back, and I did a time skip just to not let this video drag on, where I just got my nade back. So once you get your nade back, there are two ways you can go here. You can go over here. You can also jump, even these flying rocks are passing through on this platform. So you can go front, or you can go to where I am and jump over here. All depends. For me, I just decided to jump on the far right side. So this boss fight is so annoying. There's a lot of things that I have to say. So this boss likes to do this weird animation where it screams. This is weird circle pull animation, picks you up and pushes you. And when you hear the boss screaming, slide for your life. You must slide exactly when it tries to push you off. If you do not slide, it will push you off the map. Also, I would recommend you do not jump. Do not jump when the boss is screaming at you. Always stay on the floor. Look for a wall also. Also, a wall can save you too when you slide as well. So, slide for your life. So over here, I was just making sure all the ads are clear. Make sure you clear all the ads before taking down the boss's shield. because these taken prisons will multiply and kill you. And also the boss likes to shoot at you. There's just so many things going on with this second boss fight. It's just super annoying, to be honest. So once you do take down the orb, the boss's shield, then you can do DPS. Over here I was just waiting for the boss to do his animation where it picks you up and pushes you. That's what I was waiting for. So you can see here, it was trying to do his animation push you. You can just use your orb charge light to avoid it, or slide. So now it did it. It has like a 5-second recovery when it does that weird push attack. This weird animation attack. So now I'm just waiting for the boss to do his another animation where it picks you up and pushes you. Reasons why is because if I tether, sometimes it could pick me up when I'm tethering, I'm floating in the air, and then I mess up my DPS. So you can see here I was trying to do it again, trying to push me off the map. So you can throw your orb, right? And then you can pick up another orb. So now I was just waiting for the boss to do his push, to do his animation attack. And then you can use your tether and DPS as much as you can so you can go on the second phase of this boss. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out too well. An ad spawned. And I was trying to DPS the boss, so on the orb charge can be the orb charge can appear in the middle of the map, and then you can grab it and then take it down. So here, unfortunately, I had to clear down the ads. I cannot take the orb charge where it's in the middle, and you can see here I was trying to DPS a boss. It only takes around 13,300-ish per hit for Xenophage. Don't know why. I was a bit bummed out that the damage for Xenophage wasn't too good. I was pretty bummed out, to be honest. So here I was just wanting to take down the ads, and I was watching for the boss. So over here the boss will be floating around the platform. If the boss is not shooting you, then it won't push you off the map, but if it does see you and starts to shoot you, it will push you off the map. Yeah, this boss fight's really buggy too. So I was just going in circles. I wanted to take down the ads first. Didn't want to focus on the boss yet. Wanted to clear that ads, and sometimes the ads die, by the way. Sometimes they fall down and they get killed by the rocks in the center. Also, they can kill you. So you can see here I was just trying to kill these ads, but they keep hopping around, multiplying. Super annoying, this boss fight. Fully recommend to go Warlock. Just skip this phase. This phase is just too toxic, to be honest. Because if you're a Warlock, you could just skip this phase and kill it quickly, by the way. But for Hunter, for Night Stalker, it's just toxic, to be honest. And I just wanted all the ads to be cleared down, and you can see they were multiplying, and the boss was shooting me. So yes, I don't really enjoy this Nightfall at all. So once we clear all the ads, right, then we can get the orb charge and take down the shield. So over here I was waiting for my smoke, just in case I need it. That's why there was a time skip. So I was waiting for the boss to do his animation where it pushed me off the map. That way I can throw orb. Because there are times where I throw the orb and then it pushes me off the map. Super RNG, it's super annoying. So you can see here, it does animation, you throw your orb, then you go back and you grab your orb charge. Don't recommend do not stand there. If you stand there, it will push you up and it will push you off the map. So now over here I was just waiting. And for some reason it didn't want to push me off the map. I was getting a little impatient, so I did throw the orb at the boss and I did caught it. So it takes around three orbs to take down the shield. So you can see here, I was getting impatient. I was like, oh my god, why won't it push me off the map? Or try to. Didn't want to at all. Super annoying. So I hit the boss. And then I wanted to get another one. So I turn invisible just in case this boss does his animation to push me off the map, and I didn't want that to happen, to be honest. So it did is, so it tried to push me off, as you can see. Throw the orb and then just tethered. So over here I was being a little reckless. The boss can push you off the map, can stomp you. It can stop you and push you off the map. Over there I got a little lucky. I did not expect the boss to float in front of me, to be honest. So anyway, we got platinum. Basically that was anyway, we got platinum. So thank you so much for watching. I didn't enjoy this Nightfall at all. I will do some testing on Titan, because I think Titan would be the most toxic run to do. So yeah, I'm a little burnt out with this Nightfall. I did not enjoy it at all. And yeah, I guess see you guys next time. Bye.